Welcome to the 3-on-1 podcast. We are in a field somewhere in New Jersey watching Ultimate Frisbee live in an esoteric sense.
Get that.
Yeah, that's their first point.
We're rooting for, we're at an Ultimate Frisbee game somewhere in the state of New Jersey. I'm Matt Ryan, joined alongside Big Rob Fabien and Zach Morgan joining us, the VOG of the 3-on-1 pod. Cory Hammond in traffic, and we're here to watch our buddy Cole Gardella walk into the sideline looking exhausted and frustrated.
No, I'd be exhausted. It's a lot of running.
We are watching this for the first time, and we are confounded.
I'm entertained, though.
Oh, no, it is certainly entertaining.
Very entertained.
Shout out to the Stone Cold Steve Austin knee brace.
Right.
Well, Rob, we're doing 2 shows this week. This is an audio-only version. On Sunday, we're going to the Snow Tribe practice.
That's going to be amazing.
That's going to be interesting. You had to talk to Big Mike about getting us there. What was that process like?
Oh, Mike was excited.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. He showed no hesitation. I don't even think he was like, what? Oh, yeah, for sure. Go crazy. I'm like, oh, cool.
Does he know the full deal of what's going on?
He knows the full deal.
That's amazing.
I said we got guys that are trying out, and also they will be doing interviews and, taking footage and all that. He was like, yes. He sent me the flyer and said to send it to you guys to give you the times. He's excited. They're looking forward to the season, so I don't know what happens here.
You know what? They should be. For what they did, they put in a remarkable amount of effort, and they showed a lot of improvement from their first year to their second year. No one's going to deny that.
I think that they might be a top 4 team depending on what happens in the offseason here, and we're covering that everywhere on the A7FL podcast network. Good catch.
Yeah.
This is like an old Studs Terkel who wrote a book about being around. There it is.
Nice.
Yeah, 2-1 now.
2-1. This is an entertaining. I love it.
I agree with the crazy people.
Yes. Is that us today?
No, like we're working and we're not supposed to be working. That's the rib of all this.
Right.
Oh, so that makes us definitely then.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like work.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
We're doing a podcast in a field. There are dogs here. Imagine if we did all of our shows from a field.
It'd be very noisy.
Yeah.
It'd be very noisy. I'm just happy right now we're on the winning team.
Yeah. But we are getting in all of the sights and sounds. We'll be recording off and on throughout the day. It's 3-on-1 podcast. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
It's not like
Yeah,
there's
right.
the one team
I'm not
that's
watching.
the gold.
I'm not watching bubbles. It's not golden on TV.
Cory Hammond finally joining us here on the pod. What's up, buddy?
Oh, this is a pod?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a pod.
I thought we were just hanging out.
We are, but we're
That's
also
what I
getting
thought,
content. Yeah. I'm just recording stuff in case we want it.
Yeah, I mean, again, just wondering when my family's gonna show up to games like this.
We got to invite him. Will we record it when I was here?
No. You're safe, Cory. This is our show.
No. He's not gonna publish it if
No.
it's got some. Well, maybe accidentally.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Matt will publish it. Matt has no fear.
No, I have a lot of fear.
No, you don't.
90% of my job.
Fearless.
90% of my job is hoping no one fucks up the bag.
To quote Matt on the way down here, he was citing DeAndre Hopkins in Hard Knocks from that time he fought Dante Hall. I fear God.
God, boy.
Exactly.
I fear God. That was one of my favorite videos.
It's the best clip from Hard Knocks.
And then he gets hurt right after doing all that. It's the greatest.
Dante Hall gets hurt by DeAndre Hopkins, who said that, to be clear.
It's the greatest.
Yeah. I have to make it.
Uh-oh. They're moving. She's open.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Goldie.
There we go.
Oh, good fake.
Oh.
She faked me out.
No, it's okay. I think Garfunkel, as you said, was
Yeah.
going to catch him.
Yeah. Is that his name, Garfunkel?
He looks exactly like my cousin's boyfriend, and it's concerning to me.
That guy launches it though. That's the guy that launched it that last time.
flip.
Well, and it was right to Cole too.
Good pivot, too. Up to the end zone. Garfunkel got it.
Yeah, see, you got to be careful around him.
Got to be careful around Garfunkel. He's a freak athlete.
Some say he's an artist.
I can see Cory Hammond dominating.
No, I'm not running.
Who said you got to run?
All you gotta do is throw it. You chuck it deep. You get you and Ashante Worthy in this game. It's a 2-man team.
Me and Shotty Worthy in A7FL would still be us.
Corey, what's your touchdown to
Well, if you
interception
answer
ratio in
certain
Ultimate
people's
Frisbee?
phone calls,
Oh, probably the same.
No,
I throw a catchable. I throw a catchable frisbee.
I throw a catchable frisbee.
You ever hear that
That's
joke
the next
that I
shirt.
say? I always say I throw a
Garfunkel
catchable
has
ball.
it.
That's what if I get intercepted, I throw a catchable ball.
You know what? I
Which
can.
is the truth, though.
Having run some routes for you, I can attest you do throw a catchable ball.
Goddamn.
Airport?
The shirts at the airport.
Good catch.
That happened in the airport, and I almost died right there. My knees just dropped.
Listen, I knew how funny it was in my head, but I wasn't going to do that to Rob to actually do it. So I just wanted to share it with everybody. And it's almost like it did happen.
It still happened because everyone's, then they're all looking at our shirt.
And then they all imagined it, and it was just
That's
a
what
bad-
I think you doing it like that made it worse. Because now everyone's really
that's a
thinking
very
about
Cory
it.
Hammond thing to do.
Yeah, now they're like,
I was like, look,
oh,
I
what
want
if
to
they
just
were together?
To provide some
And then
context,
I'm-
what's
okay.
being discussed right now is on the
I'm just
journey
here, bro.
back from Bullhead at the Vegas airport.
Oh, my goodness.
Rob and Corey,
Why is the voice of God narrating?
be it inadvertently,
He's context king now.
yeah, dear God, inadvertently, I'm not sure if they planned this or not, but they wore the same shirt, and so Corey,
But it was a comfortable shirt.
it was a really nice shirt. RTC did a.
Shout out to Mouth, Chris McWilliams.
Oh, that's who
I
decided.
think
RTC
hates
with
us
the
now.
original design.
Champions shouldn't hate people.
Yeah, true.
The off season's a weird time in the A7FL, guys. We all know
It-
that. Last
it's
year,
the-
Huff was going to play for the Moon
Wild
team,
West.
and that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying with Moon. That's where he always played. He was actually going to go on the Moon, A7FL Moon. That's where Huff was going to go. That's what I heard, at least. And now, you know, who knows? Maybe he'll play for the Sin City Chaos, who I have confirmation. The offer is on the table. So if
For
Huff
you to
wants
play
to make
quarterback for the Chaos?
No, for-
Huff to play for the Chaos?
for Huff to play for the Chaos, it's on the table. I talked to Skylar today at length. Me and a lot of the Chaos players, we've been going back and forth on social media. We have this really open, like, speaking relationship, and I'm just really proud of their inaugural season. What?
Or if you're bored and you want to make fun of people, just say that. And that's what you're doing. Because that's what you're doing. You go on the internet,
There it
Corey.
is.
Oh my goodness, he got
Get there, Green! Yes! Let's go!
And you
Oh,
just
one more,
missed
one
that.
more.
An
Score, he didn't score.
absolute dime, but it was stopped at the
There
one.
it is.
But
Good job.
red gloves, red top, in the end zone touchdown.
So what
Be
Corey
back, get
does,
back!
when Corey's bored, Corey goes on the internet and writes really interesting posts, and he spaces them out so neatly.
Corey's
They're very
peak
attractive.
internet years were 2003 to 2007 when it was just forums.
It's forums, exactly.
So
So
you're used
when
to
my
this.
hair was, just slightly, less gray.
You look better now, though.
Hey, I'm just going with it, right?
Back
but
when you it
but
looked
to
like
be
you sold
clear,
insurance.
so let's be serious about it, though. These were the things that I said. Just as a general rule, I wouldn't, necessarily promote or announce myself winning a postseason award.
That I didn't
First,
actually win.
my own. Listen, everybody knows that if Cory Hammond won the Cory Hammond Award and it was just named after me just to give me an award, I would share it on Facebook. I would post it to InstaFace, and my Snap feed would have.
InstaFace is crazy.
But my Snap feed would have it too.
Yeah, for sure. I
That's the
believe
thing, right? Snap.
it. Snapfeed is a
So I said, do not.
I know, man.
I just work here, bro.
I said, do not, in general, announce yourself as the postseason award winner. First,
That's
at least,
clean.
right?
That's clean.
fair.
Okay, I think that's fair. The other thing I said, in a hypothetical, what matchups do you want to see cross games? And because I guess somebody was upset that I said something that was totally factual,
They picked on Nuggets.
they said that the Chaos, and we're talking about, we're going deep in here, my guy Minji, and shout out to him because he does have some good film. He told me to watch it. He's got some
Watching
good.
that shit.
Well, he asked me to watch it. And I said,
Rob.
I gave him
We're
my.
around people.
Oh crap.
I gave him my 28 minute highlight
drop
back. And here it is. It's in the air.
Oh, she had to slow down for that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's Frisbee's crazy. You have to really time that.
Yeah, you
that's
can't
different.
overrun
They
it. You
gotta
gotta
be
slow
scouts out
down.
here. I think you know how we talk about flag and semi-pro or trying to take
They gotta
over
come scout out
A7.
here?
The ultimate Frisbee's next.
It's not
Frisbee's
enough, it's not enough contact. Bro. There's not
And
enough
so,
contact.
when a hypothetical matchup is offered to the Chaos guys,
yeah.
a team that I respect, I think that they wish that they had more opponents that they could kind of test who they are.
They failed the only test they had. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is that if you had a wish list, if you're the Chaos, and I talked to Skylar Hurd, sensible dude. He said, we'd love to play teams like the Force. We'd love to play a team like the Snow Tribe or the Renegades and say, hey, if we blow these teams out.
They're not.
But let's
theoretically.
let's play it out. Let's play it out. If they blew out the Renegades, a team we respect, right? They blew them out. We'd be like, hey, let's see what they can do against the Animals. Let's see what they can do, right? My guy Minji, and in the UK, that's probably going to get censored.
Stop saying his name. His name sounds so weird. Every time you say it, it sounds like a curse word.
My guy Minji called out the Omegas. He called out the Omegas. And to be fair, I have a punchable face. I'll side with that. I'll side that I'll have a punchable face. And if that was the sole reason, my bad. Maybe I should have.
Overshare Cory is crazy.
Cory's talking a lot? Never.
Surprised?
I'm shocked.
I'm addressing
free win?
For the YouTube version of this video, it's just going to be the Cory counter going the whole video.
That's it.
Yes.
And put a little little bitmoji of Cory right there. With
See, what's sad is that one of our best episodes to date has our lowest views because I don't think people trusted the joke that they read as the title of the episode. And an incomplete pass there.
I'll get on my SEO game. Come on.
It's that little underhand.
You don't have to SEO or nothing. I like
Come on,
everything
Green
organic.
Goes. I think that's their name. I don't know the names of the teams here.
The Green Goes, yes.
A very cute dog. Hello, buddy. It's the
Looks
best
like a
part about
whippet.
this.
Straight up
Nice.
Greyhound, probably way faster than me, obviously. But even maybe, Shanti Worthy. And it looks like we're in the midst of a comeback, but Cole Gardera ready
Come on,
to finally
Gardella.
connect on that deep Frisbee toss.
Come on, you have the hair of a
There
man much older.
Whenever he's wanted.
The presence of a
He's got
greyhound does
thick
bring
hair.
up a very interesting proposition, though. Do we think that this is the one sport where Airbud could have a realistic impact on the game itself?
Ooh, that's a fair point.
Didn't they have an Airbud movie with Frisbees? Or
They had Airbud football.
Airbud.
I didn't believe that.
See, the thing about Airbud is it's a movie based on the premise that a
Wild.
dog can do a ridiculous thing. I think everyone's seen a dog chase a Frisbee. So the movie was not made, but the training montage, I believe, does have him going after a Frisbee. However, with the Greyhound here, just to, keep it interesting in a completely, meta, off-season kind of list type talk on a radio type show.
There was a lot of likes and types in there.
Yeah, a lot.
Who's winning the 40-yard dash race in the A7FL? Who's the fastest guy in the A7FL, guys?
Whoever wins Returner of the Year.
No.
Savion was timed in a 40. Now he didn't have great form, and he stumbled on one and still got a 4.6, like a high 4.6. But he didn't have as good of a time as like that one dude who doesn't play in our league.
Shout out to Luis Ojeda and Mike Tice.
Absolutely,
who,
they put on a great.
Yeah, that was a great combine, and I think there's going to be a lot more this weekend in Cincinnati. There are tryouts. I believe the QC Crush and the Chaos both have tryouts.
Yeah,
this
shout out
weekend.
to Dale Hathaway and the QC Crush. Down in year 2 from maybe where they wanted to be, but
I think it'll be very interesting, especially with Jordan Davidson trying to go to the QC Crush. If Dale Hathaway's starting spot is in risk, there, Cory.
well, it is summertime, and in the winter, Ohio is refrigerated, so maybe there's something there. Maybe in a fall season for
definitely
milk.
snowed during the season.
Is that what
But a nice spring Ohio day, I don't think milk is going to last out in the trenches of that warfare we see in the Ohio division.
And
You don't think
The milk is spoiled, guys. The milk has turned.
You don't think that milk is going to
there
stay
it is.
good in
There
the
it
warm
is.
spring
There
air?
it is.
Oh, snatched it right out
What
of
a
the air.
Oh, this is the podcast. This is the podcast content people wanted.
You can't see this, ladies and gentlemen, but you wish that you could.
Green is driving.
Yeah, Green is driving down the field. The throw from someone named Alex, and that one is caught, and that
I feel
will
like
get a
screaming
point.
touchdown every time. What's the score called?
I think it is. I want to say it's a touchdown, but I'm broken.
Yeah.
Like that
You just say
horn.
goal?
Like that horn.
There's still a goal for it?
A point at least.
You guys see it, right? I'm not
Yeah,
funny.
there are cones.
Yeah, so the gopher is either the mascot or the manager. We're not sure yet. He is watching intently in this game, and based on his expression after that touchdown, or score, or Frisbee, or ulti,
Oh, we got some contact.
Oh,
Someone
down
was
over.
slapping the ear.
I see it. Down yonder.
Yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah.
It's like it looks. Yeah,
I just saw movement. Yeah.
I
Forest creatures, shock me.
Where
I'm a
are
city
we?
person. We're in Mercer County.
Remember when you guys freaked out because that raccoon came to buy the Chaffos?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And I wanted to make friends with him.
We're in Bullhead City, and we're all standing outside. We're telling stories, and all of a sudden, a raccoon comes out of nowhere, and everyone
95-degree weather.
95. You're being nice. So it's
No,
like 1:15.
Yeah.
And it was 1:15 in the morning.
Any raccoon that's chilling at 1:15 in the
That's when they
morning at
thrive.
105-degree weather.
Hold on.
got
They
it.
Hold
thrive
on.
at night, though.
If you were a raccoon, would you walk out in that sunlight?
No,
No.
I wouldn't live in
He
Arizona.
probably never has seen the sun in the summer in Arizona. The only time he comes out is when it's completely pitch black. For multiple reasons. They are nocturnal, but also just out of convenience.
Learning a lot on this episode of the 3-on-1 that may or may not ever make air.
You know they're actually pronounced Rakins?
Really?
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Oh my God, you scared me. I'm about to say, we've been saying raccoon all this time.
I thought he was talking about a touchdown at Ultimate Frisbee.
Ranking.
And it's 8 Rakins to 4 Rakins.
That sounds like futuristic currency.
Rakins does sound like
300 Rakins can get you to the parsec quadrant, or whatever it is you nerds say.
I'm so interested to find out how much the pot is for this thing.
I like that we've taken Rob to Ultimate Frisbee. Oh no.
Good turnover, unfortunately.
Yeah.
White's got
Now
it.
that
They're
we've
very
taken
close.
Rob to Ultimate Frisbee, next up is a ska show.
Ska show?
We
We're
gotta
going
take
straight
Rob
to
to a
ska?
What's
go-
a ska?
It's like
90s rock with horns.
no doubt is ska.
It's like white reggae.
Oh. Never.
Did you say white reggae or
Yeah.
light reggae?
It's-
White reggae.
Oh god.
I know what it is.
Yeah, it's
Leprechaun 2 Back to the Hood.
I love that movie. I don't remember a
That's a
thing
real
from
movie.
it.
That's a real movie.
Except- except like
I
crazy-
watched it in an apartment in Sunset Park in the early 2000s.
I'm so sorry.
On really uncomfortable vinyl couches.
I'm so sorry.
Like the abuelita, where if like your
Yeah,
skin.
like-
Oh no! The couch is underneath the thing you're sitting on because
Oh
there's
no!
the
This
plastic
it was
fin.
made out of that plastic.
Oh,
No,
it's
it was
made
made
out
of
of
that
plastic.
plastic.
It's nasty.
no.
You think that
No,
it's a
no.
zipper or something.
Yeah.
That's the actual
That's the
couch.
cushion.
Like you're,
No,
and then when your granddad gets up, all he hears.
that heel.
Imagine
Yeah.
sitting on that couch during the 2003 blackout.
You remember that?
The 2003.
Where were you?
I was in Brooklyn.
Me too.
What part?
I was in Stuyvesant.
I was in the Sunset.
Really?
Yeah. We were played outside that whole.
The whole day.
Yeah.
And I lost my brother in the Chinese food store because they were the only ones still cooking.
I
But
remember you
didn't-
told me
I didn't
this.
know that. But we lost them for like 3 hours because they were like hand cooking everything. But they
By
were
by
cooking.
fucking candlelight.
Yeah, bro. Insane.
Ugh.
My mom got stuck in the subway. Bro.
Yeah, my mom had to. I forget. It was a clusterfuck because she
so
was
bad.
working like 5
I thought
blocks
we got
away.
attacked again. Everything was like radio silent, but it was like back in the day.
Yeah.
It was like we were all outside, playing, having fun.
Played football in the street. Yo,
Sweating
did you
dog.
play Manhunt growing up?
Yes.
I was
Yes.
with some friends. We were reminiscing last night. I grew up in Brooklyn, as I said, and like we would play Manhunt, but it would be like no boundaries. People are on roofs.
Oh,
Dudes would hide under sedans. Our buddy Jamar.
How'd you find anyone?
Oh, we would hide in our apartments. It was insanity.
No,
it was
that-
utter. Look
that-
at who.
I was
Look
that
at that. Look at.
There it is.
There it is. Championship G. See Cole Gardella.
It's not cold
you
anymore.
gotta win, bro.
You gotta get.
This is it.
What?
A6.
How do you guys
guys
come
up?
back? Need us to call Ashante?
Play harder defense. If you could call Ashante, that'd be pretty fucking good. Although he's got to realize he can't tackle these people.
No, he doesn't tackle anyone.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna sit down. Yeah, but it's fine.
I don't think anybody's ankles would be safe at that point.
Oh no,
So when
need
they
us to
catch
jump
the
in?
frisbee, they can't take any steps out.
you can pivot. You can't take
You
steps.
can't take steps.
Well, you could finish the catch, right? It's
Yeah,
like
you
it's
can.
like
You don't have
momentum.
to like
bah, bah, bah.
momentum, and then you can't go anything more than that.
Yeah. We saw
But
one
if
guy.
no one's in front of you when you catch this frisbee,
You gotta stop when your momentum's
to
done.
stop no matter
Once your
what.
momentum's done, you gotta
I would just
stop.
start rolling.
what if I just start going and I fall?
Now, the one thing that we were talking about is we saw the one penalty called.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What is your take on that called penalty? Because it looked a little like a close play.
That guy's my captain. He even said himself it was a little bit of an iffy penalty.
It was iffy, yeah. I would say that's one of these like situations where the honor system, not so honorable. Cole, you get back there and you win, man.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Green. Come on now, Green.
I was gonna ask him how much.
That was Cole. geared up and ready to win this championship.
How much is a pot? I want to know what
Oh, the pot? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine it's like $100K. We out.
It's over. You're not understanding. It's over. I'm gonna pay myself $2,000 and let the whole team have the rest. Do you know how enticing that is?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's over.
Yo, y'all want 98K?
What? I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yo, you
All we
got a
gotta
car
do-
note coming up, bro?
Yeah, no, that's one of those situations you hear that, and you're Ashanti where you're like, it's a trap. It's
You
too
just
good to be
start
true.
one of
It's
these
too easy.
tournaments. You hear O Fortuna start playing in the background, and all of a sudden it's just Rob and a bunch of A7 players.
And I'm gonna be smiling the whole time.
I'm wearing a coach's tracksuit. I'm
What's
dressed
that
like Al
guy's name?
Davis.
What's that guy's name that used to be with the Undertaker?
Paul Bearer.
I'm gonna be Paul Bearer
Oh yeah.
with the urn and everything.
You know what?
Wearing-
No one's
wearing
called
all
me
black.
Paul Bearer with my mustache.
I
Yet.
don't feel like you look like Paul Bearer.
Thank
So
God.
let's
Yeah,
let's bring this back to the pod because we're having fun. We appreciate you guys listening. Nah. So you're bringing a team. Let's make it A7FL players. Let's make it an all A7FL team that would excel at Ultimate Frisbee.
Logo, Huff.
Logo Davis is our
Logo
first guy.
Davis, Huff, Quattro. Well, I'm about to say Huff, Quattro, Huff.
It looks like they have like four.
Can we get Huff twice?
No, I want Logo, Bagway, Huff,
Yeah.
Ashanti, Matt Riddick.
Trey Robinson?
I want
Nah,
Sterling.
Trey Robinson would truck somebody
I
and
want
it would be a penalty.
I don't want anyone that hits.
There it is. There it is. Let's go.
Comeback season. So, listen, bro, they can't have me out here.
But we
That team?
remember Cole said they need to play better defense and get stops.
Which
I
is
don't
why
know
I
how
want
you
Sterling.
do that other than run around, but that's what this green team needs to do for
That's
the
why I
comeback.
would like Sterry. I would like Bagway. I would also like BIC as a corner. I always forget his name when it's time to talk about him. He's like 6'3",
What, Ricky Tate?
Ricky Tate.
Yeah, Ricky
I
Tate.
want Ricky Tate. And all the fat guys stay home.
Yo,
Yeah, in this sport-
Sosa on this team would be the most penalized player in the league.
Facts, and
but-
I can't have him here because we're trying to build a culture here. You know what I'm saying? The culture I have.
Try to
bunch
build a
of fat-
culture.
Pac Money. Need Kareem
Pac,
Moon.
oh yeah, Pac Money.
Ooh, speaking
Money,
of Pac Money,
Kareem Moon and
What do you
Patrick
got,
Coleman.
Corey?
do we want to conjecture with the Pac Money thing, or just let it lie where it is?
Let it lie where it is.
Because let's just be honest. Every single time we talked about the rare bead last year,
We kept asking.
we
where's
talked.
that?
The watch one.
In 2022.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is last year now because it's
Right,
past,
right,
right?
right,
So in 2022, when we talked about the rare breed, one of the drivers of that team, which was very successful, I think we could all agree, was Pac Money. Watchmen, if they had Pac Money, but now since, I've heard some things, I'm sure you guys have heard
I've
some
heard
things.
some things, but
Let's
apparently
just
they
say,
had Pac Money. It's just they didn't have Pac Money.
but they also could have had Pac Money, and when they didn't have Pac Money, they said, all right, we good, when they
We
could
don't
have.
need 'em. Yeah,
So
like, that sucks.
if
you think that
he
Watson-
went to one place in the A7FL East-ish, where would he be the most impactful?
Another Baltimore team.
Buzz?
The Buzz
But-
have him. You gotta
Well,
think
Mark
about it. Mark
Diggs
Diggs.
is in charge now.
Right, Mark Diggs is a guy that'll sit in the pocket and let that thing go. He's
But
a
is he
big
going
guy.
to play now that he runs the division?
Shoot, no, I wouldn't.
Especially
play
with some of the injuries he was dealing with.
Yeah.
We all know other situations that might make an injury, a certain thing, right?
Yeah.
But I'll also say that a lot has gone on since we thought that the Buzz would be a top 10 team.
I mean, I think a hell. Oh my goodness.
That kid's got a flinger. Do you chase it down at that point, or do you just
You
close
have
the
to.
gap?
You gotta
No,
make
do
sure
you
it's
close
down.
the gap, or do you go for it?
You got
You bat
what's
it
the
down.
penalty?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the penalties are.
So in this instance, what you want to do is where the disc lies is where it starts. But since it's in the end zone, at that point, just bat it down, make sure no one's going to catch it.
That's fair.
So if you have the
because
opportunity
that's the contact part of it that they don't want. Oh my
Can we just turn our thing into that was
Coach, you got cooked.
that listen, that's the up top touchdown on the turnover right there. That's the change of possession, take the
It's
momentum.
so fast. Only thing that's really interesting me about this game is how fast it is. Where they can go up by
And that's
ones.
that's the allure of our game,
Right.
Because a lot of even though with commercials it ends up feeling like traditional football,
Right.
There's so much speed and momentum to our game, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm glad there's finally a Returner of the Year award
Right.
because that seemed like the most contentious of any of the awards from where I saw it and how it's coming out. Like, we'll have it announced on A7FL.com over the weekend, I think. But
well, what's a pleasure about the 3-on-1 is that it's such a pure open field football play that there's the safety involved, there's the athleticism involved, there's the competitive spirit involved, because if you think about it, the guys that actually take on the job of getting that and running against 3 guys that are running at them full speed, even though it is safer, it's still that takes a real,
guts,
a serious type of dude.
And I stand corrected, because I remember when they first announced the 3-on-1. Yes, I'm that old.
What was it before the 3-on-1?
It was nothing.
You just started at the 25.
And we didn't even have scores.
That's why it has so many passing yards career.
We didn't have scores. We would go about
That makes
one.
more sense.
I was padding tons of stats because nobody was returning. By the way, I've never had a returner like the guys that we were talking about. We were talking about, obviously, Ashanti Worthy, who started.
Smith.
No. This is
Huck
pre.
it, shuck it, football.
And then that's Cole knocks it down.
Yeah. Good D by
No,
him.
this is. I'm talking pre.
Even though it was a turnover.
Nasir Smith, right? Nasir Smith was post.
Post what?
The rule change.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying my
he got
the
knocked-
rule
Oh, yeah,
change.
we never
Like
had
it's
that.
with the
Green-
Warriors. I mean, I had the one dude.
An elite returner.
Jody Myers.
Because he was nominated for Returner of the Year.
He has the history behind him, because he has a lot more than even some of the guys that we've seen return it, right? Savion Cunningham was technically
my
a rookie.
goodness. He caught that.
Catch.
And now
It's over. It's over.
He just got to
No,
convert
it's
it.
going to come back.
And he goes one-handed and spikes it. Little flare on the touchdown, or the
You know what? There's a little bounce in his step, too. He's feeling himself.
raking.
And it's okay. They got to enjoy it. It's the last year this has ever happened.
Fireworks in Louisiana.
This is not happening anymore.
No. That hair, that's Mississippi.
Fair enough.
I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked about
And
this
it's a
idea
royal we.
before
You're the only
called
one.
The Sevens.
The Sevens, yeah.
And that's kind of what the brand of this show is turning into.
Right now,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because we're doing the 3-on-1, but we do other stuff outside of there.
Right. Khalil's problem to me is consistency. These guys right now, what it's looking like, the guys that we're looking to do the most and have the most impact in A7 right now, they're injury prone.
Yeah.
CP was hurt. Khalil was hurt. Lavish was hurt. Like, these guys are getting hurt. I mean, our game is safe, but it's still an out.
Well,
somebody
there's
out,
certain
even
guys.
out here,
There's certain
someone
guys
can roll
that,
an ankle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are normal running sport injuries.
Yeah, but the lavish thing I think is different, because I think he doesn't have a history. And I don't know if Khalil Green has a history of getting hurt, but his availability, he has a
lack of consistency
or a lack of availability.
Well, that still makes you inconsistent.
Exactly, and availability is the best ability.
If you can't
and that's
show
for
up,
show.
yeah, if you can't
something
show
I'm going to
up.
say, because I can actually literally just show up to most games.
Yeah, if you can't show up, you're going to look like BIC against the youth.
You will.
Yeah,
You will look like that.
Is in Atlantic City, smiling, and come on, Moss.
One-handed. Head top.
Okay, there she
He
is. There
sets
she
it.
is. There she is.
Oh,
There
she
she is.
goes back.
There she is.
Let's go.
Nice. It was her all the way.
Yeah.
That was a give and go. Yo, she caught that.
11-8. Okay.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Oh, we got
Come
three.
on,
We got
Come
three.
back now.
Big Green, come
Stops
back.
will be key, just like in the championship.
Yeah, let's get it.
With
Let's get
points
that
at a
Disney movie
premium.
magic going,
Let's
baby.
go, Cole.
Flying
Gotta win
V.
this one. We're coming.
Where's Quincy Burst where you need him?
Oh no!
Boo.
Someone scared away the gopher.
No?
Quincy Burst.
Well, Quincy Burt's not
But
a
a
quarterback.
game like this is much easier for guys where it's like stopping and running. Because you don't have to run the whole time. It's stopping and running. But if you're faster than the guy
Nah,
off the
dude.
stop and go,
I could not do this.
It's not just speed.
We
it's the
couldn't do
endurance.
this.
If you,
It's
you have to be able to keep that up the
It's soccer.
entire
It's
game.
soccer.
It's
Yeah.
soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer, lacrosse.
Well, it's the motion of soccer.
It's a lot of mixing. The pivoting.
Hockey.
Yeah, the pivoting is basketball to me. Like, they're really, you know what I'm saying, one step in. Oh, my goodness. This scares me. I really think it's a 3-on-1 thing. Oh, my goodness.
And if you can get the backspin on it and it floats in the air, you can get better coverage.
Oh.
I don't even think I could throw it. Is that a special Frisbee?
No,
Do I
no,
just
it's a
suck?
regular Frisbee. Regular Frisbee.
my
185
God.
grams. He's
No,
got it.
no,
He's got
ah.
it. It's too.
Oh yeah, he can't. He's got.
Oh, yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked.
It-
He's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. Yeah.
The difference in when you can tell what he's
And he
and
slows down. He's under
that stride
control.
is too smooth.
And no communication needed, no play call. Right. It reminds me of the Nightcrawlers, the way that they played offense and the way that we saw plays.
Nice throwing that in there.
Corey and media trained.
When are we going to talk about the fact that the Nightcrawlers having some level of coaching may have actually helped them win the game?
But that's what I'm saying. I think the beauty of what the Nightcrawlers did is they convinced me that their fluid and free kind of flag style is something that can win, especially when they've played as long as they have. If you just show up to a field and you've never played with guys before, you're not going to be able to have that innate communication that they had. My favorite play in that game, like that explains this, is when they went out. The Nightcrawlers were I think it was second quarter. The Nightcrawlers were in like a 4 wide, 2 linemen, nobody blocked anyway, 4 wide. Logo was in the right, the top of the screen slot, and called like a quick screen because they had 8 yards off of him.
But it was a setup.
He goes back. Well, no, I don't think it was a setup play. I think it was just made sense. But what happened is Logo went back to the huddle. He said, same thing. He's going to converge.
He told
I'm going to pitch it.
I spoke to him on the phone.
Oh, they set it up
It
specifically?
was a setup that way.
So there you go.
So it's stuff like that. Like they knew they can get a quick score. They knew they were scoring quick.
And that type of dynamic football play, it breaks down
Can
even
I
the
upset
fundamentals.
Vegas more than I upset them already? I'm going to ask you guys a
Probably
question. You
not.
got to be honest. You got to be
Okay,
honest.
go.
I need you guys to be honest. Starting from you, ending with you. Did the better team win that day?
The better team won that day.
Yeah.
No, listen what I'm asking you.
No, you're asking
the
me
actual
if 10
better
out of
team,
10 times, how many times do Insomniacs
the
win?
actual better team, better skill-wise, faster, all that,
You
did
cannot-
that team
The
win?
deeper team won.
When it was 4th and 4, and the Nightcrawlers needed a defensive stop, they let a wide receiver block 3 of their guys.
The thing about
The touchdown with RTC.
was lack of
The
consistency.
Nightcrawlers' offense was the better offense, in my opinion, because they're probably the best group of
But the
offensive
Nightcrawler,
players.
and this is one of the things, one of my biggest
But they let up
criticisms.
50 points, so
one
we
of my
can't say
biggest
that they're the better
criticisms.
team.
No, one of my biggest criticisms of that game in general is the lack of defense on both sides.
Gardella!
Oh! Hey! Oh!
Yes! And the Frisbee is knocked away from his hands at first, but he spins around, dives, and grabs it before it hits the turf. What a highlight play from our guy, Cole the Snatcher. The Snatchy
I
Snatcher.
believe it's Coltrane on this team.
Cole Train with the raking.
Yeah, do it!
Yay!
He made it in the bag. There's some athletes out here, man.
Their depth perception is amazing.
But to go back to that, in my opinion, for the championship game, I think the better team that showed up that day won. Do I think the Nightcrawlers may be the better team on paper than the Insomniacs? You can argue that. But the fact of the matter is you had a team that was down, 15 points in the championship game, make a comeback?
They were down. No, they were down.
Oh, it
They were
happens.
down 12.
That
It was
doesn't happen by
32 to
accident,
20.
It
They were.
does.
Rob
That
did
ain't-
it.
Listen, I did it right. I did it, but
So-
we did it on purpose. They did it by accident.
You did it on purpose,
We did it on
exactly.
purpose.
We did it on purpose. Yeah, of
Kid
course you
could
did.
chuck that
Yeah,
Frisbee.
he really could. If it gets there. Oh, green. Let's go, green.
How is this the more coherent of any podcast?
Oh,
But
This is going to be the most nightmare
to
thing
the-
to ever edit
to the
ever.
point, to Zach's point, I think the thing that helped the Insomniacs was that the position battle,
Oh,
they were
my
always
goodness.
better leveraged.
here's the thing. As somebody who watched the game, I called the game. I was there for the excitement of the game. I think both their defenses actually suck. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hear me out. I know no one's gonna want to take the take. I have the hot take. I'm gonna always have the hot take, right? I think both their defenses suck. One of the reasons why I think the Nightcrawlers defense sucked is because they had no corners there. Everyone that was there played wide receiver. All their corners stayed home. The reason why I think the Insomniacs defense sucked is because that was their actual defense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was their actual defense. It was poor defense from both teams. It was not elite defense on either side.
So
guys were going up top chicken box on everybody.
I'll say this.
Ooh. So the thing is, I know we watched an amazing game, and I know recency bias, and it's the greatest game we've seen this year, and I'm with all that. But I also know this game to know that neither of those offenses can play against a top-tier defense with another top tier offense against them.
Not saying that you're wrong, okay? But what I saw, one of the biggest factors to that game, Rob, is the fact that Mark Bagway, to gain the yardage that he did, first had to run probably 30 yards to avoid the pressure.
With no offensive linemen.
No offensive linemen, right?
How is this a good... That's what I'm saying. Like, when you start breaking it down, is that really a good game?
But we also saw Mark Bagway do the same thing to the Watchmen.
But
so let me just say this.
Because he had... Listen, you're telling me Mark Bagway with no offensive lineman was able to run the table and make it to the championship. That's not a good thing.
I did say that. Yeah. We announced it, right? Yeah. Mark Bagway. Yeah. That's why he's the offensive player of the year.
Facts.
Okay, so, but let me just finish the whole point. And it's going to take long. Zach,
everything you do takes
start the Cory counter. But if Mark Bagway does that to teams like the Watchmen, we respect the Watchmen's defensive line. Most A7FL teams, in fact, probably 90 to 95% of them, would not fare well against that defense, period. Mark Bagway, to me, is going to be able to do that against almost any single team
100%.
In the league. So let's just say that is a given in a game that he plays. Whether the Insomniacs are good or not, based off of that performance and how they were rushing him, I don't think is a negative on that part. What I'll say is, if they got more sacks, we would be more impressed, I guess, right? But the fact that they relentlessly chased him and chased him and chased him,
I mean, what else are you supposed to do in a game like that? We're supposed to just stop and go and wait?
I didn't see the same effort level from maybe a team that we respect more in the Watchmen from the defensive line. That we got a backup quarterback who has 2 interceptions because he was chasing.
Stop. What was the score of the Watchmen game?
The Watchmen defense allowed more points.
What was the score of the Watchmen game?
60 to 52.
60 to 54?
Okay,
52.
Now stop talking as if the Watchmen got blown out. They lost by...
But they allowed more points?
Stop. They lost by 6 points.
8.
If it was
60 to 52.
52, 8 points.
Yeah.
Which is a score plus 2, right?
Right.
Now hear me out.
Great performance.
Hear me out. The offense that never gets turnovers got 2 freak turnovers from the same guy. Listen, we can say what we want. The game comes down to those 2 turnovers.
But is it fair to say they don't have turnovers when we saw them turn the ball over against the Watchmen? We saw Mark Bagway turn the ball over 3 times against the Rare Breed 2 years last year.
What you like to do is your sound bites sound good.
No.
But those turnovers that Mark Bagway got are garbage time turnovers. He's never been in a
against the Rare Breed last year.
Hear me out. In a full game, in crunch time, you've never seen a turnover like that from the Nightcrawlers whatsoever. Never. You've never seen it.
He fumbled the ball out of bounds against the Rare Breed last year.
But was it a turnover?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying
I'm talking about specific turnovers. You've never
well,
seen it
in that game. He threw 2 interceptions against the Rare Breed defense, which. Oh, and he caught it. I didn't want him to catch it.
He caught it.
Guard.
Drop it.
Guard it. Oh.
They didn't score, he's saying.
They didn't score, no.
This is tough now. Oh, no, drop it.
Can't drop that.
All right, so but listen.
So look, your soundbite is going to say, oh, he's thrown turnovers before, because that's what you want to say, that he's thrown them before.
Yes.
But I'm saying in a heated game situation, he's never thrown. The Nightcrawlers, not him, because he wasn't even responsible for the first one.
He wasn't even responsible for the other ones.
The second one, he was responsible.
Just the second one,
right?
Yeah.
Him himself, Mark Bagway himself, has not done that.
Right.
They did it twice in the championship game to the same person on 2 freak plays that if you play back, you have no idea. Listen, no one else is catching that but Quentin Burns.
But
in that spot.
and listen,
no one else is
he
doing
did it, so we have to give him the credit.
No,
for it.
okay,
and it is crazy.
But then let's not act like Insomniacs were dominating. They were.
No, I didn't say
listen,
that.
even after those 2 interceptions, they were losing the entire game up until the last 5 minutes.
Let me say this. Let me finish this about their defense.
They weren't winning the game.
At the end of the game, one of the biggest factors for me was that Mark Bagway was a little bit winded.
He was tired because he
had to run for a mile because they were constantly chasing him.
Yes.
They were relentlessly chasing him.
Because that's what you do
to the point where
A7.
no, I didn't see that from the watch, but to the point where he stumbled, and at the end, when they had one more play to go,
Logo was concussed and didn't know where.
And
Didn't know his receiver
what did
was.
they do? Did they have Mark Bagway throw it in the end zone and run around? Or did he throw it back to Logo Davis and Logo Davis threw it to BME Keys?
But let's not act like Logo Davis didn't throw. They were counting on each other.
We can say
We're not-
what
no,
we
no, no,
want
you're not
about
gonna-
the Insomniacs defense, but
Is
their
this what you're-
defensive line pressuring Mark Bagway
Stop. Cut it
affected
out.
the game because
Cut it
he
out.
was too tired to
Cut it
be
out.
the best
Cut it
player
out.
that we've seen
Quentin
ever.
Burns, 2 freak turnovers affected
Defensive
the game.
lineman.
He's not even a defensive lineman.
He was playing defensive lineman that moment.
That's the only thing that's that's the only thing that sucks about even having this conversation.
you're good.
Because we're not gonna be able to show you what the game would have looked like in the parallel universe where Quentin Burns
But we
ball-headed ass
did
doesn't get it. No,
watch
because
the
they
game that was there.
Yes, and they got scored on every single drive, Corey.
Except for the
you
freak
see?
plays.
Guys, I want to see
And then the last.
bit.
Okay.
Rob and Cory are having this very intense argument while
We'll
the
always
sun
have
is
it.
setting here in Mercer County.
beautiful.
While 2 teams are playing Ultimate Frisbee, and they are having this meet the press level argument. And there's the catch by the green teams. I just want you guys to know that this is happening in the world right now.
We have a legitimate audience that was not knowing that this was going to happen.
They won't even know what's going on.
We imposed this
And they are
show
not
upon
going to
them.
tune in like you should on A7FL.tv, YouTube.com/A7FL, and Apple's and Spotify, wherever podcasts are sold.
Boy, Cory, let's go.
I love how they have no faith in me whatsoever because most of the time
That's not true.
it is a
Kinda butcher
Stugotz that I'm
That's
about
not
to
true.
do.
That's not
butcher
true.
it?
We would
No,
have faith
no,
in you.
honestly,
Why would we make it count?
When
talk
Matt's
to you?
not here, I
You do
button up,
great.
and then I do my Matt impersonation,
I have faith
and
in
then when Matt's here, it's like I get to screw
Cory is the
around.
best. You know, Cory is when you have. I'm not here. Cory pulls out the TV with the VHS, puts on a Land Before Time, and everybody has a great
Right, I
time.
need my team. Like Quentin Burns.
I will say, as fun as it is,
Quincy Birds.
Whatever.
Why do you?
Quick Q.
yeah, if you just go with the nickname from Facebook, Rob, you will always be safe, except for that one instance where you can't say it out loud.
Like most of their names?
All right, so the 18 instances.
We had somebody's name was Soul Toucher Roll Blunts. I had to call him that because that's what I thought his name was.
And then I call him Nightcrawler because he says, "Don't call me
Trying to
Nightcrawler,"
go to the
and it's
name-
like I don't know
the
what name to
is-
call you.
Go to the name change office and request.
You know what's funny? There's been so many players in this league that have been better than me, right? And
That is a wild
they've gone by these
honest statement.
crazy names that nobody's ever heard of. But you know what? When you say Cory Hammond, everybody can picture my face and knows almost all of the good plays in my career.
You're very marketable.
But I go by my name, and guess
Let's
what?
go.
Who are the most popular players in the A7FL right now? Probably
People
Oh,
with
Ashanti
full
Morgan.
names.
full name.
Mark Bagway,
Full name.
Scooter Hamilton,
Logo
Mostly
Davis.
full name.
Well,
Mostly full name.
Logo Davis, yeah, that's on his birth certificate, I bet.
I'll ask you this.
Like you wouldn't name your kid Logo.
I would actually.
Yeah.
I would. That's a great name.
Logo Morgan. That's,
I'll ask you this.
Rolls off the tongue.
yeah.
Don't we want to praise, that random running back from the Snow Tribe?
Yeah.
Good segue soon. That random running back from the Snow Tribe. But since his name is Suge, and we have no idea what his government is,
tell Cole I said good luck.
I will, bro.
Kenny Mack for MVP.
We can record it and
No, just a thought. We could also just scratch it. I just thought it would be a.
no,
I just
I love
mentioned
the idea.
because I just mentioned the guy from Snow Tribe. Right?
Well, for everybody here at the 3-on-1 or whatever this ends up being, I'm Matt Ryan for Cory Hammond for the VOG, Zach Morgan and Big Rob Fabien. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. And as always, don't be an asshole.
I guess I'll try.